Hey, this is a video analysing some drone footage that my friend took while we were sea kayaking in Scotland. I will go through the laws and regulations of flying a drone, and do these videos meet those standards, what's cool about them, and what could be done differently next time. Before you fly a drone, there are important things you need to consider. There are no-fly zones, which are places a drone would be unsafe to fly or cause danger. These places include airports, military training areas, prisons, nuclear facilities, private land, national trust grounds, and wildlife conservation places. This footage was filmed on Loch Orr in Scotland. It's not a national park, however asking the owner of the loch for permission should have been done. There's also the wildlife to consider when flying a drone, making sure that it won't disturb any birds' nests. Or, for example, we saw some otters on the loch, and if the drone were to have been flying, it could have scared them away. We also came across some ancient untouched trees on the islands. It would have been awful if the drone crashed into them, damaging the trees. Safe drone flying requires clear conditions, minimal winds, and no precipitation. On the loch at the time of filming, the skies were slightly cloudy, and the wind was calm enough to fly. It's not recommended to fly a drone if the wind is higher than around 20 to 25 miles per hour. Fast winds could cause losing control of the drone and it blowing away. If it were to have gotten windier, which is a high possibility due to the open expanse of the loch, the safest thing to have done were to have flown the drone back and landed as soon as possible and wait for the weather conditions to be better. This is why it's important to always check the weather before you fly and to keep checking for any changes. Drone health and safety. You must always keep line of sight with the drone, not just through a screen. The drone needs to stay below 400 feet at all times. Keep a safe distance away from people, crowds, properties, and restricted airspaces. The operator must have a clear mind, no alcohol, drugs, or fatigue. Maintenance. Check battery levels and for no damages on the drone before flying. My friend used DJI Vata 2, which is an FPV drone. Its weight is approximately 377 grams with its max speed in manual mode of 27 meters per second, which is super fast for a drone. This has its benefits and negatives. It could go too fast and not take time to show the spectacular scenery around. However, the speed can show the expanse of a space and distance travelled, which I think my friend utilised very well. This is a great shot. The drone starts to orbit around the kayakers, showing the expanse of the loch and how alone they are within the nature and open space. This particular type of shot works really well for capturing that. Not much planning was involved for these shots. The kayakers were informed the drone was going to be flown. However, they didn't know how close, when and where it would be flown. If I were the director, I would have been concerned about the safety of the kayakers and put measures in place to lower any risk of something happening. For example, in this shot, the drone flies way too close to someone's face. The kayaker didn't know this was going to happen. And if anything went wrong with the operator's controls, this person could have had a serious face injury or a concussion if the drone had hit him. It should have been taken especially seriously as they were surrounded by water, with a risk of drowning or getting hypothermia. Next time I will make sure the drone's movements are staged and everyone knows when and where the drone is going to be.